Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be doing another MLM fails. I know I told you guys, I believe last week, that this was going to be uploaded at the end of the month, but I decided we're just going to upload it today. And then we have some fun stuff coming towards the end of the month for our MLM Monday videos. I will also be trying out and testing out a new microphone. So let me know what you guys think of the audio. I am testing out kind of in like every video something different because I really want to try and make my audio just better for you guys all in all. So first off, we have a lot to go through today, so we might as well just get it started. So this first one, I actually seen it on an anti-MLM Instagram account, and a couple of the things that I'm talking about today, I actually seen on anti-MLM Instagram accounts. So I will link all of them down below. If I use any of their content to react to today, I will link them below in the description box so that I can source them because this is where I got it from. So the first one is 3 minutes and 35 seconds. I thought we might as well just listen to the whole entire thing and then we can talk about it. Let's go.
Messages are like, you just got lucky because you got in with the company at a good time. Like, very few people are actually successful with an MLM. Okay, my first thought. I do consider myself lucky, but not because I got in when I did. I consider myself lucky that God placed this opportunity in my life because I had never heard of it before, and I found out through searching a hashtag that had nothing to do with it, and I just consider that a huge blessing. So that's my first thought. Okay, so my next thought, to that statement that only a few people make it to the top, only a few people are successful with MLMs, I can't even with that. I know so many people who are successful, who have had just these life-changing, I'm not even going to go into detail about how amazing this opportunity is, but it's not just a few people. Here's the thing about direct sales and MLMs and whatnot. The key to success with this business is not about getting in at the right time and getting lucky. It's about not giving up. That's it. First off, you have to say yes. You start, you get involved, you join, you start, you say yes, whether you have experience or not, and then you just don't give up. It's as simple as that. And being consistent. Here's the other thing about MLMs and direct sales. Anyone can do it, which is a really cool thing. But I repeat, anyone can do it. Anyone can join today, tomorrow, whenever they want. So here's the thing. A lot of people get involved and they think it's going to be some get rich quick thing. And when they realize that, oh my gosh, I'm not making $5,000 a month within my first 6 months, and then they quit. And because they quit, they say it was a scam. You guys, oh my God, it gets me so fired up. Woosah, deep breaths. It just gets me really fired up because this did not take off for me. My first year in this business, things were slow. I just didn't give up. I just didn't quit. And it's crazy to me that people expect things with MLMs and whatnot, to just get in, and when things don't take off, it makes me think of my husband who, I just announced he was just promoted to partner at his accounting firm, but he didn't join 6 months ago. He didn't just earn his accounting degree. He's been doing that for the last 11 years, grinding for 11 years. Tax seasons for 11 years where he works 75 hours a week from January to April. Hard work. And then people get involved with, and things don't take off after. Okay, I'm done. That was just my parking lot 2 cents. I got to go to Kroger and get some things, but no, it's not because I got in at the right time and I got lucky. I just didn't quit. That's it.
Okay, so I didn't actually write this in my notes, but okay, yes, getting into an MLM early, getting in at the right time, that is a factor that goes into it, along with if you have a large following and many other factors that go into multi-level marketing and how people end up in that top point, whatever percent, in order to, make some sort of money. So yes, that is a factor. If you got in early, if you got in with the first 5 people that ever got into this MLM, you are going to have a larger chance at recruiting more people because the MLM just got started. First thing she said was, The statement, only a few people are successful, I can't even with that. I know so many people who are successful. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how many people you know are successful. What matters is what's been factually and statistically proven for people who actually make an income in these multi-level marketing companies. So it frustrates me when MLM reps aren't open to even hearing the statistics or seeing the facts. And the ones at the top of the MLMs are normally the ones that do know the facts, right? They do know there's such things called income disclosure statements. They know what the FTC has said about MLMs, and the fact that they won't listen to that, and they'll just say, well, oh, I know so many people who are successful. It doesn't matter who you think is successful around you. That's not like statistics. When you take a bunch of people and you do studies and you can see all around how many people are making money in an MLM, that's what you should be looking at, not just like the couple few people around you. But something else I've also been thinking about recently, because I hear this argument a lot. Well, I know people who are successful, and because I know people who are successful, this MLM can work for everybody, when we all know that that's not true. But one other thing that I've been thinking about is you don't know when you're in the MLM what someone's bank account looks like or what their profit actually looks like in the MLM. Because I remember when I was in my MLM, like I was not someone who would really look at my profit often. I'm now someone who is really big on like money and credit and all of that stuff. When I was in the MLM, I would mostly look at like what was coming in. And so in my mind, I would think I'm making money. But when I would look at like, you know, when I left the MLM, I actually did 2 videos on this, a part 1 and part 2 of how much money I lost in Beachbody. And spoiler alert, it's like over $5,000. But besides that, like I never really looked at my profit, like truly sat down with a pen and paper and said, what did I spend money on this month with this MLM? And then what did I make to see my profit? And then clearly in the end of the MLM, I lost over $5,000. So the problem with these MLMs are these uplines will ask their downlines like, oh, what'd you make this week? Or send me a photo or send me a screenshot. But are they looking at what these reps are spending? Because for most MLM companies, not all of them, you have some companies like pharmacy and other MLMs that their products are not a lot of money, like they don't cost a lot. But with a lot of MLMs, it gets super pricey when you talk about products they're spending money on, trips they're going on, gifts for your downline, and etc. Like there's so many more things that you're spending money on. And if you're not looking at that, people's profits, what they're spending versus what they're making, you don't truly know what they're making. You don't truly know if they're successful, or if they can even pay their bills, or if they can even put food on the table. Because again, for 99% of people, per the FTC, you know, they state that most people who join an MLM lose money, make no money, or go into debt. So it's statistically proven, it's factual that people who join most likely will never make a profit in these MLMs. So it's just weird to me how they'll never look at the facts. They'll just be like, well, people around me are successful. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that it's a good business model for everybody to join, right? And then she said the key to success with this business is not giving up. And I hear this time and time again. And I have a little bit of a theory. Again, this is something I've been thinking about lately because I'm hearing these things more and more. With this topic, I feel like this is what they tell, you know, their downlines, that if you just keep going, then that's when you'll be successful. But I look at it as these uplines, right? They try and have you stay in as long as possible, because every month that you're buying product, every month that you may recruit someone, or you may get someone to buy a product, or you may make a sale, they're making money. Everything has to do with your upline making money. So I was told this also. I was always told, like in Beachbody, oh, if you just, you know, don't give up, you'll be successful one day. And that's just not the truth. There are people who can be in MLMs for years. And I mean 5, 6, 7 years. They can work every single day. They can work their hardest and never make an income, because there are other factors that go along with that, right? There are other factors like social media following and everything like that. So no, it has nothing to do with just not giving up. And I also don't think it's giving up. I feel like if you've been in an MLM for years, you clearly looked at the facts, you clearly have now looked at the statistics, and then you look at your profit margins, what have you spent and what have you made in the MLM, and then you notice that you're not making any money. It's probably actually smart of you to stop spending money on something that has not shown like, oh, I can actually make a profit in this. So then she goes, a lot of people get involved thinking that it's a get rich quick thing. So I don't think most people get into an MLM thinking this. I actually think it's quite the opposite. But if people are getting into the MLM and they're saying, you know, they got into it because it was a rich quick thing, why is that? Ask yourself. Maybe it's because on social media, these MLM reps, all they do is talk about how easy it is. Oh my God, everyone can do this. You can join, because she literally says that. Like, she even says, anyone can essentially do it. So when you're saying anyone can do it, it seems easy, right? That you're just going to be able to get in and accomplish it. And then on social media, you have so many people like promoting the lifestyle that they're making it look like it's some easy thing that you can do. Oh, you can do it on trips. You can do it in the car. You can do it while you're shitting on the toilet. Like when you're telling people that, they may think, oh, this is something I can make quick money with. No, that's something I was thinking about, that if someone is thinking it's a get rich quick thing, why is that? Maybe because it's the impression that you have put out on your social media before you signed them up. Then she said, it took my husband 11 years to get to partner. So this was interesting because her husband is in corporate, and you know that they argue about corporate all of the time. You know, people in MLMs try and say, oh, you know, corporate is worse off or whatever it is than joining an MLM. I personally don't think so. But your husband has been getting paid since the day he joined this company. Since the day he joined, he was making a salary or an hourly wage. I know in corporate, it's mostly like salary based. So when he joined, he was probably making a salary. He wasn't struggling every single day to try and make money and hope that he can recruit enough people into an MLM where they're probably going to lose money so that he can benefit financially. No, he didn't do that. He didn't have to recruit a bunch of people to make it to what partner, she said. He didn't have to recruit a bunch of people that he knows are going to lose money or probably make no money in order for him to see success. No, he went into a company, he started making a salary, and then he worked his way up. And I feel once you get to that point in corporate where you're at like a partner position in the company, that in my mind means he's more secure, correct? Meaning this person probably has benefits, probably has things like healthcare, dental, 401k or retirement plan, paid leave, sick leave, and it goes on. With an MLM, you don't have any of that. Everything is off your back and the backs of your downline to work every single day endlessly for you to make a profit. Because we've seen people who sell in MLMs, most likely you don't rank advanced per your comp plan, especially the MLM she's in. You do not rank advanced per their comp plan if you only sell products. So it's been proven that like you're just not going to get to any higher ranks, which means you're not going to access bonuses or anything like that. So you're barely going to make a money if you're just selling stuff. So you have to recruit, and your recruits have to work endlessly for you to make money. Oh, and also she had a screenshot. So I will just try and blur just this person's face. Usually I blur the whole thing. She goes, I had a slow start. Things didn't start to take off until around or after a year. I had to rebuild multiple times. So we're comparing her to her spouse. Her spouse is actually in a company where it looks like, you know, it's secure, has benefits, has things that they need. But for her, she had to rebuild. Why? Why did you have to rebuild? Because at any moment, your shit can be taken from you. Your downline can quit. Your MLM can shut your account down if they feel like it. It's not a secure thing to be in my opinion. So let's move on to the next one. Let me know what you guys have to say about that one. So the next one, I got off another anti-MLM Instagram account. I actually seen it on another account too, but I can't remember that one. So I would just link this one's below. But this is a top Beachbody rep, and it is a team call, but it's only like a 1-minute clip. And it's just intriguing to me what this person says. And it just proves how they got to the top of the MLM, because this person is in the top of the MLM.
Oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with how many of you want to join my group. Give me a minute. I'm working slowly to get back to you. And like I would have no messages, you know? And so it feels a little bit like a lie, but I heard a thing. Hold on. I heard someone say, faith it till you make it. And you can faith it like into believing that it's going to happen. And so I know people, I've been in sales before, and people like FOMO, like, you know, you're gonna miss out. Everybody's doing this. Like I sold books door to door one summer, and I remember part of the script was like, I just met with like Susie and Pam and whatever your neighbors, and they all bought, and they said I should talk to you. So then this mom's like, oh my gosh, my friends are buying, my neighbors are buying. So that's what I started doing, like with my posts, like, oh yeah, you know, you guys are, I'm so excited to kick off all the amazing ladies who are going to join my group. And like, I would have nobody signed up. So in the beginning, you know, I had to do a lot of one-on-one behind the scenes inviting. And I'm very sensitive to sales. I hate salespeople. Like I hate going into a grocery store or a department store and they're like, anything I can help you with? I'm like, please leave me alone. Like, I just don't want anybody talking to me, you know? Or, I mean, talking to me is fine, but not like if I feel like there's.
So that was the clip. To me, this just proves that you can't really trust anyone, correct? So when you're on your social media and you see like these MLM reps like, oh yeah, so many people are joining, everyone can do it. Don't believe them because they're gonna faith it till they make it. That's what she said, faith it. So like pray, you know, sit there and faith it so you could believe like one day it's going to happen. So you just lie to everyone and you give them FOMO. But it was also funny because she goes, I hate sales, but that's exactly what she's doing. In an MLM, you're a salesperson. That's what you are. You're either selling two things. You're selling a product to your clients or you're selling a lifestyle to recruit people. So you're selling something. And even with the whole FOMO thing, it's like, do you guys know what FOMO is? It's like fear of missing out. So yes, I do understand that like some salespeople, they lie, they will do FOMO and everything like that. So when you think about in an MLM, that's why I personally won't trust what they say, because you have this happening where this is a top Beachbody rep. So this top Beachbody rep has recruited all of these people that are on this Zoom call, and she's probably lied to each and every one of them to suck them into this MLM. But then she goes that she hates sales, but she had to sell to them. When they signed up to join Beachbody as a rep, you had to buy a package. So she sold a product, but on her Instagram, she's constantly selling a lifestyle so that she can recruit them, right? That's exactly what you're doing in an MLM. You're either selling a product or you're selling a lifestyle. So in my opinion, it sucks because you now never know, is this rep lying or are they telling the truth? Like, it's hard to have trust in people when you're hearing this and you're hearing a top upline in Beachbody say this to where her downline's going to listen to her, because when you're in the MLM, you're trying everything you can to be successful, right? So you're going to listen to that top rep. If you know this top rep is like in the top of Beachbody, you're going to freaking listen. You're going to write your notes down and you're just going to try and replicate and duplicate what the person's doing with the hopes that you're going to make money too. So now we know that probably her whole downline is going to end up doing the same thing, finding ways to create that FOMO. But like behind the FOMO, it's just a bunch of lies to hopefully sell to somebody. That was interesting. Now we're going to go to the next one. This one's a little bit interesting. It has to do with like the Monat car program.
Doing something called Motor Week with Monat, and corporate wants everyone to host Cadillac events. So of course myself, literally like queens of going all out, the biggest queen of going all out. Okay, she just had a wedding, a Monat wedding, but we all decided to get together and we planned this insane event that like literally I cannot wait for. It's gonna be on the 26th. So if you are on our team and you got a ticket, go get your outfits. It's dressed to impress, and I promise you are not gonna be disappointed at this event because we are going all out. They're asking me what are we doing, so we basically rented out this airport hangar thing, and we're gonna be displaying about 30 of the cars that are on her team and her downline, and about I think like 10 of them are directly on my team. Like, that's so insane, you guys. That's not even all the cars on my team. But basically, you guys, like, our car program is something that is so attainable. Like, if you're like, okay, I want a new car, but I need help with the payment, or I don't really like, I make my car payment. You guys, think about freeing up that few $100s or maybe a lot of $100s that you spend on your car payment just by sharing something that you truly love and are passionate about on your social media. You know, it is nice that for me, like, I don't have a car payment. They every month, if I maintain my Cadillac rank, which I do, they deposit my payment in my bank account, and I don't pay for that personally. They pay me to promote.
Okay, so they're hosting a Monat Motor Week. I've just never heard of this. Have you guys? Like, what Monat is asking these reps to host like these events, so then anyone who lives in that state or that city can go to these events where they're putting like just cars on display. What is the point of displaying the cars? What, to try and convince your because I'm just questioning, are you trying to convince your downline to keep going? Like, just like the clip we just heard, are you trying to create FOMO for your own downline so that they can do whatever they can to join so that they can get a car too? Like, I don't get the point of displaying the cars for the reps and doing like a party with like cars lined up. So then she said, our car program is attainable. No, it is not. So I'm gonna pop up something right here, like a thing for their car program. So you have to be market mentor or above to get the car, right? Or to be a part of the car program. Now, market mentor is one of like their top ranks. So let me go to it really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their 7th rank is market mentor. And then they have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ranks. So the 7th out of the 11th rank is market mentor. And in order to become a market mentor, just to get to that rank, to even try and qualify for the car program, you have to monthly have for 3 months in a row, I believe, 500 PV. PV, meaning if you don't even sell 500 products yourself, that means you have to buy $500 worth of products. You have to have 4 active lines, meaning you have to have a specific amount of recruits for 4 lines. Then you have to have 7,000 group volume and then 30,000 downline volume. That's insane. 30,000, what I like to think about it as is like $1 a point. 30,000 points? No. How is that attainable? Unless you're at the top 1% of the MLM. It's just not. So based on the income disclosure statement, only 0.27% of people even hit market mentor out of all of the ranks. So that just goes to show like it's not sustainable or it's not attainable. If it was attainable, everyone would do it. Everyone would be at this rank. The income disclosure statement would show that a more percentage of people would be at the rank. But as you can see, market partner, the rank that they come into the MLM as, has 92% of people just in that rank. And then market mentor is 0.27. The next rank is 0.08% of people. Following rank is 0.03. The next rank is 0.02. And the number 1 rank is 0.01. Not even 0.1, 0.01. So only 0.14% of people even hit those, ranks after market mentor that you can qualify for the car. And this is what I'm talking about. You're selling this lifestyle that it's easy to attain, right? So when someone joins the MLM, they're going to think it's easy to attain. They're going to think it's something that they can just do every day, a little bit a day while they're on the toilet, going number 2, that they can just, cold message somebody and boom, it's super attainable to get a car. But it's not actually easy when they get into it and they realize it's really difficult. Then actually, when you qualify for the car, I will link all of these sources down below. When you qualify for the car has to go in your name. What does that mean? If you've never bought a car before, that means your credit's on the line. So if you can't pay 1 month for the car, because for Monat's car program, like she said, you have to maintain your rank. So for instance, you have to maintain market mentor or above to continue to get that bonus for the car. You do have a grace period. I believe you get that once where like, if 1 month you drop rank, they'll still give you your bonus, but that following month you have to get your rank back. That means if anyone in your downline quits or you don't have enough volume in your downline or personal volume every single month that you lease that car out, you're going to ruin your credit if you don't have the money to pay for that car. And these are luxury vehicles. Like all of these cars for the car program are luxury vehicles. It's Cadillacs, Land Rovers, or Jaguars, depending on your ranks. The top rank gets to do the Jaguar and Land Rover cars, but everyone else has to have a Cadillac, which in a previous video I talked about how literally it would cost like over $1,000 just for a car payment, not including paying your car insurance. So even if Monat pays for your thing or they send you money, with the market mentor, let's look at it. With the market mentor rank, you don't even get $1,000 of a bonus. Let's see how much you get. A market mentor, you get $500. So a $500 car payment each month they will pay you as long as you maintain your rank, and then you can't drop rank or you don't get the money, and then you're still stuck with the car. So you end up still stuck with your vehicle. You have your credit on the line. You have to pay your car insurance. And then again, it's a luxury vehicle. So you have to hope and pray that each month you maintain your rank or they won't send you your money. So then yes, it will have to come out of pocket. So if you're someone who's not making a lot of money, you'll have to pay out of pocket for that vehicle, or you will have to go return it. I actually had someone reach out to me and say that their husband works at a Lexus place, and I believe it was Thrive. I'm trying to remember which MLM was allowed to get a Lexus, but one MLM is allowed to get a Lexus, and literally her husband told her that every now and again, someone from the MLM will come in with their Lexus and have to give it back because they can't make the payments for it anymore because they're no longer maintaining the rank that the MLM wants them to maintain. So it's very annoying to see them say it's attainable when it's really not. So I hope that showed you, if you're someone who has seen any of these reps saying that, it was attainable or that you could get it and it was easy to get and that everyone can do it. I hope that you see this so that you can see it's not something that you're going to be able to easily maintain or attain in general. So let's move on to the next one. It's actually really funny that we're moving on to the next one. I did it in this order for a reason. So we just watched someone talk about on their social media. Keep that in mind. They just talked about on their Instagram stories how attainable, and you can do it. We can all do it. Like, there's so many cars in our downline, even though there's only 30 and they have thousands of people in their downline. They're saying it's easy, right? So let's see what this person has to say. This person is speaking at a Monat event. I don't know specifically what Monat event it is. So that means they're not talking on social media. They're not talking to people who are not in the company. So everyone that this individual is talking about is someone's downline. They're in the company going for the car, right? For the rank and stuff. Let's see what the difference is between how someone in Monat talks about the car program on their social media versus how they talk about it with the Monat reps.
The first thing that I earned that was mine. Nobody gave it to me, and no one's gonna give it to you. No one paid for it. You earn it. That is the beauty about this car. This is not something that comes easy to you in life. This is something you have to work for every single day. And I know it gets stressful, and I know it gets aggravating, and I know there are late nights, especially on the last day of the month when you're trying to make those sales happen. I get that. But nothing good comes easy here. Nothing. And you know what? If it takes you 2 or 3 years to get a free car from a company, so what? So what? What other company is going to give you the ability and the freedom to choose a car and pay it for you while giving you time freedom? Not many. Not many. And I want you to remember that when it gets hard. I know it's hard, you guys. This is not supposed to be easy. It is simple, like Jessica said, but it is not easy.
So this person just talked about how there's so many late nights and you're stressed and you're struggling, and the last day of the month you're pushing to make sure that you hit your sales and stuff that you have to hit to maintain that rank so you get that car bonus or you qualify for it. This isn't what was just talked about on the Instagram story. It's attainable though, right? But it's something that's going to stress everyone out and be such a hard thing for everyone to do. Then she said, what other company is giving you the ability and freedom to choose a car and pay for it for you while giving you time freedom? You're not able to just choose your car. Let's keep that in mind. You're not able to say, oh, I just want to go get a Honda, or I just want to go get like a Nissan Altima or something. That's not what they're saying. You have to get a certain car. So you don't actually get to choose whatever car you want specifically. Like, you can't even choose the brand. You have to do the brand they want you to do. Let's see. Monat states that the vehicle, upon receiving the Monat Club invitation email, you must work directly with the car dealership of your choice to locate the white Cadillac. So you can't even choose the color. If you don't like white, you can't even get a different color. So personally, I don't like white cars. That's just my personal preference. I think they get dirty too quickly and it's like really noticeable. And I don't like to get my car washed a lot because I get nervous going into car washes. So I like darker vehicles. So I wouldn't even want that. And then if you're an SED, the top rank, you can get a Jaguar or a Land Rover. And you get to choose though which specific model, I believe. So that's what you can choose, but it has to be within 5 years. So you can't get a car that's like a 2010 Cadillac because it's too old, right? You're not going to be able to promote that luxury lifestyle without that. So no, you can't just go out here and pick. And then the vehicle must be, like I said, a white Cadillac. Aside from the exterior color, there's no restrictions on the features and stuff. It has to be 5 years old or newer at the time of the purchase or lease. If the vehicle is pre-owned / used, it must be in new condition or like new condition. And then you must be listed on the buyer lease or a co-owner of the vehicle, meaning someone else can co-sign with you. So no, you can't just get whatever vehicle you want, because you can't go down the street and go to Honda and get a car or go to Nissan or whatever. You have to get a luxury vehicle. And like I said, if you actually do look at I need to go grab my glasses, my eyes are messing with me, but if you do go look at their car program, like I said, depending on your rank, you get different amounts of money. So for market mentor rank, you only get $500, which I'm not saying $500 isn't a lot. That's a lot of money, but it's not going to pay for a newer Cadillac and your insurance. Then managing market mentor, you can get $500. Associate executive director, $750. Executive director, $750. And then for the senior executive director, that's where you can make the big bucks. But that again is the top of the MLM. Only 0.01% of people will even hit that rank. So not really many people are even going to get up to there, but that person will be able to get $1,000. So when you look at like the smaller of the ranks, it's going to range between $500 and $750, which may not even pay for your vehicle. So no, you're not getting to like choose your car. You may not even get it paid for fully. And the whole time freedom thing, like, oh, what company will give you a car? There's actually a lot of companies that give out company cars, but y'all don't talk about that. The next one we're going to look at is an Instagram reel. Because it is an Instagram reel, I cannot let you guys listen to the audio, but what I can do is tell you guys what's going on. So I got this on Not Your Hunt's Instagram account. I thought it was important to talk about. So let's just play it and I will walk you guys through what's happening. So the sound, it's not a song, but it is a sound. I don't know if I would get copyrighted for that or my video get taken down, but the person's laughing, like a hysterical laugh in the sound. So then what the screen says is, when people say, but I heard it makes your hair fall out, because this is a Monat reel, she goes, 3 years in and I have more hair than when I started. And then she's laughing at people who have said, but I heard it makes your hair fall off. So I don't understand why Monat hasn't stepped in with this, or maybe they have. If they have, totally let me know if you know any more information on it. But like, why hasn't Monat stepped in and said anything about a post like this? Because that's disgusting. Like, what would happen if, for example, I don't know, Nike came out and was laughing at people who, I don't know, got injured from their shoes because their shoes were defected? They wouldn't. Nike wouldn't come out and do that. They would probably come out and, you know, give people their money back and do what they can to fix the situation. So when you have these MLM reps laughing at people who have alleged that they have hair loss, that's a problem to me. So in my opinion, when Monat reps say all the time, like, I'm a business owner. One, you're not, you're a sales rep, but okay, you're an independent contractor. But when they say they're a business owner, they're not living up to the business owner expectation, because no business owner is going to go on their Instagram or their social media and laugh at people who have alleged that their hair has fell out because of your product. Probably going to try and figure out what's going on with your product. Maybe you'll recall it. Maybe you will reach out to the person, try and like figure something out. But you should be caring for them. You should be caring for your customers' needs and things that are happening to them, especially something like hair loss. If they are alleging that your product has caused them hair loss, I feel like if that was my product, I'd be doing everything I can to help that person out, compensate them, just do whatever I can to help them as someone who sells the product, right? So to me, it's like, it's just not right to see this happening. So I thought I would talk about that. What do you guys think about it with like them laughing at people? I just don't think it's right. I think it's just a really messed up situation. I just don't see how anyone thinks that it's okay. This one, it's not a video, it is Instagram stories, and it's what, 9 slides or something? So I'm gonna read it all to you guys. The first one says, I don't know how else to say this other than to just say my heart truly hurts for those who are feeling pressured. The network marketing industry has paid me over $100,000 per year every year for the past 5 years, even when I've gone months upon months without touching my business. So way to make an income claim. But when she said, even when I've gone months without touching my business, how? Your recruits? What, are your recruits making you all the money then? Like, I'm questioning this, because that's what I would assume, right? If someone's saying that they can go months without touching their business and still make 6 figures a year, you're probably having a huge downline to where your downline is the ones working and you're just making money off the backs of their hard work during this hard time. Even through the global P, even through the toughest times, network marketing is not annoying. It's not a scam. It's freaking smart, because it's residual income you can count on every single month. And if you do it right, or if you do it the right way, you can win big. So network marketing is not annoying. In my opinion, it is. And a lot of people may agree with that. Do you guys think network marketing is annoying? The reason I think it's a little bit annoying is because of kind of how social media is and how it's being used to recruit people and to get people into the MLMs. That's what I find annoying. Now, clearly, I don't agree with the business model at all. But if we're looking at what annoys me about network marketing or MLMs, well, any rep making income or health claims, saying that they can make you this money during a global P, like that kind of annoys me. But when it comes to being annoying, I would say the social media aspect is, but you guys can let me know if you agree. Then she said, and when I say do it the right way, I mean there's a way to go about it without blowing up your friends on social media, without sending out annoying messages, without being spammy. I've been there and done all of that. That's so 2018. Going back to the other side, when she said it's money you can count on, it's income you can count on. Nothing about an MLM is money that you can count on or something you can count on. In my opinion, people will quit, right? So the past last slide we just watched, or the video we watched in the beginning, where the person typed out on the screen that she had to rebuild a couple times. That's because nothing's guaranteed. You know, nothing about your MLM is something that you can count on. People are going to quit. When they quit, you have to try and replace them. You have to stress, oh, if this person quits, I'm not going to have enough people in my downline to maintain my rank, meaning I'm not going to get that car bonus anymore, or I'm not going to make the amount of income I need to maintain this luxury lifestyle I'm living. Like, there's literally nothing you can count on with an MLM, because every day something's changing. It's not like this set rate. You're not getting, you know, oh, you're working a full-time job, you're always getting 40 hours a week where you're able to make this amount of money. No, a job is something you can most likely count on. It's something that you can go to and be like, okay, I'm making this amount of money every hour, or this salary, and this is how many hours I normally work a week. That is more so something you can count on versus an MLM. You can't count on any of that. Again, unless your downline is so large enough that it really doesn't matter for you. To continue, she said, people don't want to be sold to. They're over all of this flashy social media crap, fancy cars and trips and skinny before and afters. No one cares anymore. I will say I do agree with this. I don't think that people today are caring as much about being flashy on social media, especially during a time like this. Nobody wants to see people just like bragging about things, or like bragging that they're making all this money, or bragging that they got this car, when people can't pay for food and things like that, and they're losing their jobs during a time like this. So yes, people are over that. But then a couple slides over, she essentially made the income claim that she's making 6 figures. So I don't know. But what people do want is to see the genuine ways an opportunity can change their life for the better. Then she said, to earn a real living with network marketing, and I'm not talking about MLM. There is a way to do it that's real and genuine and honest, and that's not salesy or annoying. A way to do it where it doesn't have to consume your life. A way to do it where you're not begging people to order products, but rather people are so excited to place their own orders because it's products they need. In my opinion, nobody needs an MLM product, and most of the time they're really overpriced. But when she said to earn a real living with network marketing, and I'm not talking about MLM, this person's in Meleluca. Meleluca is an MLM. So you are talking about MLM. That's what, like, it just annoys me because they blatantly lie. Like, they blatantly sit here and say, oh, but I'm not talking about MLMs. You're in an MLM. Network marketing is just another term essentially for MLM. It's just funny how they'll use different words to try and like make people believe it's not an MLM when it is. Because all I had to do was look her up online, or look at her on Instagram. I seen that she was doing an unboxing, and then I looked at the product. It was like some gel or some styling gel. So I literally Googled MLM styling gel, and that exact photo of the exact product she was holding popped up, and I knew what MLM she was in. So yes, you're in an MLM. Then she has one more slide. It says, I just couldn't sit back anymore and keep my mouth shut when I know I have an opportunity of this kind to offer, and I see so many worried, sick people right now about how they will make ends meet. I will be here if you need me, and even if you just need a prayer, I am here as well. Said, I see people worried, sick about how to make ends meet. If any of you guys are watching this video right now, or have come across this video, and you are thinking about joining an MLM, I'm about to look at what is called an income disclosure statement. And that is where we can see an MLM has reported how much income people are making from an MLM within a year period. And I will leave some sources down below from the FTC, from the study from John M. Taylor. I will leave all that below to be there if you want to look at some statistics and some studies and some facts that have been shown and proven. So this MLM, if we click on their income disclosure statement, it's kind of confusing. So it took me a minute to like get their income disclosure statement because it's separated. So you have like on the left hand side, it says like beginning a business and it has one rank. And then on the right hand side, it has 2 different spots. One that says initial leadership status, 4 more ranks, and then bottom advanced leadership status, which is 4 more. So they kind of have it just separated. But if we just look at this, 87.9% of people never, ever, ever even leave the first rank. So we already know right here that 87% of people will end up not even leaving the first rank. So the average income for this rank, it says, is $2,119 in a year. That's not going to do anything for anybody, in my opinion, after you pay for all the products that you need. Then when you go on from that, the other ranks literally have the smallest amount of people in it. The next rank has 3.9% of people, the next 2.3%, the following 1.2%, the next one 0.08%, 2%, 1.5%, 0.2%, and then less than 0.1%. Or these other ranks, let's just look at the top one. This person says she's making at least 6 figures a year, so I'm thinking she's in like the top like 1 or 2 two ranks has 0.2% of people making an average of $466,000 a year. And then the top rank has 0.1% of people in it making an average of $1.2 million a year, which is a lot of freaking money, stating that the longest time to make it to the top rank is 251 months. How many years is that? Let's look at how much that is, because there's 12 months in a year, and I'm not trying to do this math. 251 months was the long. It does say 10 months is the shortest amount of time to achieve the highest rank, where only 0.1% of people are in it, making an average of $1.2 million. But 251 months divided by 12, 20 years. By the time you're making that rank, if it took you 20 years, you're probably not even close to being in the positives with income. So I hope that this shows, you guys can look at this income disclosure statement further if you want. I'll leave it linked down below. I will say even the second rank shows that there's 3.9% of people and their average was $8,000. So that's a okay amount of money for something on the side, like a side gig or something. It's not really a good amount of money for anyone to live if they've, lost their job and stuff like that. And it's still not a lot of people. So in my opinion, $2,119 a year on average for 87% of people is not that much money, but maybe that's just me. That's cool to have as extra. Say you started your own small business or something, or you're selling t-shirts, or you have a boutique, or maybe you make coffee, or I don't freaking know, anything. If you started your own business and you end up working a job while you're doing your business, making an extra $2,000 in a year, to me, it's okay, cool. I made some extra money this year. You also never know how much people are spending on the MLM. And that's something I'm going to keep talking about, because it's not really talked about a lot. It's 1000% not talked about in the MLM, but it's not talked about a lot in general, where you are having to pay a lot of money in these MLMs. And when you're having to pay this money, it's not likely that a lot of people are looking at what's going in, what's going out, what's your profit, and looking at it every single month to really look at their profit margins to know how much money they're really making. So I would stress, if you know anyone that's in an MLM and say you've talked to them and they don't want to listen and they don't want to leave or whatever, maybe encourage them to look at their profit margins, to calculate, okay, are you actually making money though? Because in these MLMs, you're making a paycheck a week. And if you're getting paid every single week, it's going to look like money's tallying up. Let me tell you, one week you may make $50, the next $150, the next $20, and the next one $100. And every time that paycheck comes, you're like, oh my God, that's an extra $100. I can go get, gas, I can go get groceries, whatever. But how much money did you spend that month to stay active? How much money did you spend that month on maybe the trips that they have? How much money did you spend on getting gifts for your downline? How much money did you spend on email services or, editing softwares or anything like that? How much money did you spend on the new computer you got? So I feel like it's really important to look at those things. But that is going to be all for today's MLM fails. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We have some good content coming this month. We have a team call that I am actually filming right after this video. We have a little MLM Q&A, and then we have a fun collab coming, I believe, next month. So stay tuned on that. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Comment down below your thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the things that we talked about today and the topics that we spoke about. And then don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload every Monday and Friday, and then on my vlog channel, I upload every Wednesday, soon to be 2 days a week soon. And I will see you guys in the next one.